So we are talking about the secrets to unlocking our superpowers. I have to tell you this whole show. Oh, please have a seat. The audience is still standing. I was like, what is my superpower? I'm still trying to figure it out. But our next guest certainly got me to thinking, you know, we often look at professional athletes as superheroes for how they master their superpowers to win. Well, our next guest was living his dream as a pro soccer player when a medical emergency left him fighting for his life. Thankfully, he survived, but his career was over, leaving him with not only a 10-year journey of healing, but also a new quest using the ultimate superpower of hope. Today, Jesse Bradley is a pastor, podcaster, and author of the new book. It's called The Power of the Second Thought, and his straight talk is captivating millions around the world. Take a look.
I'll pray about it. That's about 95% of the time a no. That's a no. That's become the phrase in Christian circles when someone shares an opportunity about your spiritual gift and so forth, and you don't want to do it, and you try to be polite, and you don't want to have any conflict or anything awkward, and so you don't even want to talk about it, you just say, I'll pray about that.
Right, I know you've been there. Sam Bam, please welcome an incredibly inspiring human, Pastor Jesse Bradley. Before we get to this superpower of hope, I really want the audience to learn your background and where you were. You graduated from Dartmouth, and you had played soccer in the U.S., Scotland, Zimbabwe. I mean, you were doing it, peak of physical shape. And you had a reaction to an anti-malaria medication that sent your life into a spiral.
That's it. Sometimes what's supposed to protect you is actually killing you.
Yeah.
And life is going one way, and then suddenly it's not going that way anymore. And what are you going to do in that moment? And I was pushed to the brink, tested me to the core, physically, emotionally.
What happened to your body?
Yes, there were about 10 physical symptoms, but my heart would start beating 160 beats a minute sitting still. Atrial flutter, heart murmur. I was in perfect condition before that. And then there were side effects emotionally, like panic attacks, anxiety, waves of depression I had never experienced before. So I go from being a professional athlete to having a sense of self-control to feeling like my system, I can't regulate myself, not even temperature.
And as you are fighting through this, you write in your book, you said, although I was in survival mode, God was initiating an intricate process of transformation within me. My arrogance was shattered, making way for humility and a stronger relationship with God. I began to adopt what I now term hope habits, grounded in scripture that truly made a difference. Now, listen to this, though. This is why what I just read to you matters even more, because you've talked about not really believing in God.
Right.
Not having that history of faith.
Yeah. My life was striving and achieving. And that worked with soccer, it worked with grades, Ivy League school. And then the perseverance and the determination that got me to a certain point was not going to work. When it's a 10-year recovery, I needed some new tools. I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't know where to find hope. I didn't find hope until I lost hope. And part of that was learning how to receive. And that's something completely different. The word grace, an undeserved gift.
Yeah. You talk about, in your book, we know that we all can pick up bad habits. Swearing is one of my bad habits, I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
But you talk about good habits, right? Hope habits, I should say.
That's right.
And part of what you did, you started to write down these things that you were grateful for.
Yes. I call it a gritty gratitude. Because you learn how to give thanks 10 things every day, even when I didn't feel like I was thankful. Every day. Because it's easy to over-focus on what you've lost instead of being grateful for what you have.
Yeah, it's so true. So when we're trying to bring in this superpower of hope, how do we form hope habits? Because again, it's easy to form bad habits.
Right.
Sometimes it's more challenging, even as optimistic and as wonderful as they sound, to form good habits like hope habits.
So true. And the real estate between our ears is so valuable.
Yeah, it is.
And it's the mental game. So learning how to cultivate a hope habit where you renew your mind. First, recognize the thoughts that are coming. We have thousands every day. First thoughts.
Okay.
And the majority of them are not helpful.
Okay, so pause right there. First, because there's a distinction between first thought and second thought.
Yes.
We want to ignore the first thought.
That's it. You can't control the first thought.
Okay.
It might be selfish, resentful, mean. It's coming in. It's a hope thief.
Okay.
And it wants to come into your
Ooh,
mind
it's a
and your
hope
house.
thief. I just got goosebumps. So the first off is a hope thief. Okay.
That's right. And you wouldn't let a thief come into your physical house. You wouldn't
No.
say, hang out
No.
for a while. Let me make you a meal.
Yeah.
Spend the night.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that.
Right. So then we go to our second thought.
Reject that thought and then intentionally choose a second thought.
Okay.
If you wrestle with anxiety, your second thought could be perfect love drives out fear. I'm loved by God. I'm loved by people. I love myself.
Yeah. I love that. You wrote a piece in Men's Journal that really stood out to me and the team. You wrote, self-consumed and selfish people never leave a strong legacy. I'll say it again. You said self-consumed and selfish people never leave a strong legacy.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
It's easy in our culture to be me first. And me first is not winning. We're at our best when we serve, when we bring out the best in other people. It's not just about you getting to the top of the mountain, but your whole team. Look at the culture you've created here. Look at the Tam fam.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's ascending together. And that's the picture. We need more collaboration, and it takes unselfishness. Love includes sacrifice.
Right.
Love is not self-centered. Love's not feeling that comes and goes. Love is commitment. Love is sacrifice. Love serves. Love takes action.
There you have it. And we all have this ability. So right now, resetting our minds. Jesse, thank you so much. Go check out all that he has to offer, because I told you one of the most inspiring people right now is right in this building. Thank you so much for joining us, Jesse. Thank you.